Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care podcast and video. I'm Dwayne. I'm a certified RV inspector, and today we're going to be talking about RV buying scams that can cost you a lot of money. On this channel, I talk a lot about how to protect yourself at RV dealers to make sure they don't take advantage of you. But buying from private sellers can be even more dangerous because with dealers, at least you know who you're working with, right? It's a real business at a real location, real people and real RVs. But when you're buying from private RV sellers, especially when they're not in your local area, well, they may not at all be who they say they are. So every year, lots of people lose large amounts of money to these scammers who are very skilled at cheating RV buyers. And the internet and social media has made long-distance RV buying possible at this point. But it's also created the opportunity for scammers to use that situation to their advantage because it gives them a certain amount of anonymity. You're not seeing them. You're not seeing the RV. So they use various selling platforms online, like, for instance, Facebook groups and Marketplace. Craigslist is a popular one. OfferUp, eBay. There could be any number of selling platforms online that these scammers are using to advertise their fake RVs. So let's talk about a common scenario or a common tactic that con artists use and the things that you should look for to recognize the scam and protect yourself from them. The first thing we're going to talk about here is the whole scenario that they set up. And that is that scammers will post an ad. It could be on one platform. It could be on several. And it's a fake RV, but they put an unbelievable price on it very often. Why? Because they want you to be excited about checking on that RV. Maybe you're getting the deal of the century. So when you look at the ad, though, you'll often see there's not a lot of detail about that particular RV. Very often only one photo, maybe two of the outside. But this is not always the case, but it's very often the case. And then they'll provide some kind of contact information. And they like for the contact to be through texting or email because, again, it provides a little insulation between you and them, and you don't actually know who you're working with. Then in their communication with you, they'll very often give you a sob story. They're going to explain why they're selling their RV so cheap. They've got an operation coming up. They're going to foreclose on their house. Their mother has this problem or that problem. It could be any number of sob stories that they're giving you to get you emotionally involved in that RV and make you realize why they've got this great price on it. But then very often they apply the pressure. They want a large down payment or maybe even full payment for the RV before you come and get it. And again, the explanation is they've got this big problem in their life and they need the money now and they've got lots of people looking at this RV. So if you want it, you've got to get it now. And the way to do it is send them the money and then you can come and get the RV. So you send them the money and guess what? They disappear. So how can you protect yourself in this scenario? Let's give you a few things that's going to help you be able to spot these scams and protect yourself from them. Number one, always insist on talking to a live person. Don't just communicate through email or text or any other method that doesn't involve talking to someone. Next up, if you're going to talk to them, insist on their sending you a copy of the title and some form of identification for them so they can make sure that their name is on the title. That's going to weed out quite a bit of them right there. The next suggestion, insist on a live video walkthrough of the RV they're selling. Now, don't let them tell you that they don't know how to do that or any of this kind of stuff. Insist on that scenario where they're going to show you live the outside of the RV, the model, the VIN number, and then walk you through that RV. Now, if you don't know how to do a live video event, well, maybe someone in your family or friends can show you how to do that. Next up, ask specific questions about the RV's service history. What have they done so far? What had they maintained? What had they had to repair? And could they send you some copies of the repair invoices for what they have done? And that way you can verify it. Next up is a warning. Never give out bank information or personal information of any kind on your part. No social security numbers, not even an address, because they don't need to know that. If it's a motorhome, that is even good, because you can then run a Carfax or a fax VIN, depending on which one you choose to use, using the vehicle identification number that they should be able to provide for you. And it will give you a history, in most cases, of that motorhome. If it's stolen, it often will tell you that. Or if it's had other issues, like it's a flood vehicle or something like that. But you can also learn about a motorhome's history, service history, in many cases by doing that. Now, if they require a down payment, and that honestly can be a legitimate request because sellers want to know that they're working with a legitimate, real buyer. And so if they ask for a down payment, it shouldn't be this huge, large sum. In fact, between $100 to $300 is fine. They don't need any more than that to know that you are serious about your inquiry. The next point is don't let any seller pressure you into a quick decision. That's what scammers want. They want you working on emotion. They don't want you taking the time to stop and think about this thing or maybe talk to someone else about it. They want pressure applied for a quick decision. And here's a big one to protect yourself from scammers. And that is arrange for a certified RV inspection by an NRVIA certified inspector to verify, first of all, that that RV does exist, that it matches the vehicle identification number you've been given, and to give you a full report on the condition of that RV so you know that what the seller is telling you about it is real or not. Finally, if you're going to make payment, in other words, you've gone through all of the steps that I've covered so far and all the boxes have been checked off, it's been inspected, it's a good RV, it's real, how do you pay for it? Here's my recommendation. To protect yourself, I believe that when it comes to the payment part of the RV, it's not a great idea to do that online. I think you need to pay for that RV in person. It's time to travel to that RV. It may cost you a little bit, but it's worth it. Travel there and go with the seller down to the local Department of Motor Vehicles office. And then as they sign over the title to you, you can give them the money. And by doing that, both sides are protected, and you know that it's a real exchange of RV and money. My last point that I want to cover here in the video is trust your gut in most cases. If something starts to feel fishy, you're just not totally comfortable with it, there's probably a good reason for that, and your gut's probably telling you to back off. And it's, in many cases, the best thing to do. Remember, there are other RVs for sale coming all the time. There's going to be another great deal coming. You've just got to be patient and wait for it. So if something is kind of not the way it should be, don't fall in love with that RV and find yourself taken in by it. Wait for the next deal that comes along. It may seem that RV buyers have a lot to be wary of in this world today, both at RV dealers and at private sellers, and sad to say, yes, that is true. But using the suggestions in this video that I've given you, you really can buy an RV from a private seller, even long distance, the right way from the right people. And that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.